Engaging in franchising facilitates the rapid expansion of a business without significant personal investment, as franchisees contribute to the expansion. However, entering into a franchise contract is not a straightforward process, and numerous challenges arise both in Thailand and internationally. Today, we will introduce 12 points that should be included in the franchise contract. Trademarks and usage agreement. Specify the trademarks and intellectual property assets in the franchise contract to clarify ownership rights and essential terms between the contracting parties. Franchise term, fees, and transfer of rights. Detail the franchise format, location, scope of trademark and intellectual property use, contract duration, renewal terms, franchise fees, and any other relevant considerations in the franchise agreement. Franchisor's responsibilities. Specify the actions and operations that the franchisor must undertake before and after opening the franchise to enable the franchisee to operate according to the contract, such as providing various forms of support to the franchisee. Franchisee's responsibilities. Detail the tasks and obligations that the franchisee must fulfill to operate the franchise according to the contract, such as purchasing goods or raw materials from the franchisor and obtaining permission to use trademarks. Royalty fees. Include provisions for the compensation paid by the franchisee to the franchisor for the right to use the franchise, which may be collected based on a percentage of monthly sales or as otherwise agreed in the franchise contract. Advertising and sales promotion. Outline conditions and formats for advertising and sales promotion in the contract, including specifying the amount of money allocated for advertising and sales promotion that the franchisor will collect from the franchisee. Financial statements, reports, and audits. Specify the financial statements and reports that the franchisor must provide, including allowing the franchisee to audit financial statements and operations as outlined in the franchise contract. Breach of contract, termination, and post-termination provisions. Specify the conditions and various cases leading to breach of contract, termination, and consequences arising from violations or termination of the franchise agreement. Non-disclosure agreement. Include provisions regarding the obligation of the franchisee to maintain confidentiality even after the termination of the contract in the franchise agreement. Dispute resolution. Specify conditions and procedures in case of disputes between the franchisor and franchisee, such as agreeing to resolve conflicts through negotiation or legal proceedings at the Bangkok Arbitration Court if necessary, as outlined in the franchise contract. Location selection terms. Include provisions regarding the franchisor's assistance in selecting the location of the store for the franchisee, and any restrictions on selling or franchising within a specified area as stated in the franchise contract. Business operation regulations. In a franchise system, specify regulations on business operations to maintain the standard of the store in the franchise contract. Outline the important regulations that the franchisee must comply with, especially in terms of conducting store operations.